Hello everybody, welcome back to the Cardinal Realty Group educational series. There's no disclaimers for this one, okay, because we're not really going over any contracts. This is just a short educational video on how to search for rentals using the Miami MLS matrix system. Okay, now I have here on the home page, we are on the Miami Gateway homepage, okay? These are all the, different programs that the Miami Gateway offers. We're not gonna get into those right now. We're just gonna go to Matrix, all right? So we're at Matrix, okay? We're gonna take our mouse, we're gonna search, we're gonna wave it over search, and instead of going to this one, the single family condo, we're gonna go down to RNT Res Rental, okay? It's important that you do this, all right? A lot of people will go search for rentals. If you're a new licensee, you may forget. So try to remember to search the RNT rental, okay? Because if you search for condos, but you're really trying to get your client a rental, you're gonna have a big problem. You're gonna end up wasting a lot of your time, okay? So we're on the rental page. Like before, it already has the active button checked off, okay? So we are looking for active rentals. That means that they are currently available on the market. All right, all of these other ones are pretty much not available, okay? So we are looking for active. You have a client, they said, hey, agent, I need a place to rent. I'm looking in Hollywood and I have a $3,000 budget. I'm looking to spend anywhere between $2,800 to $3,000 and I need at least 2 bedrooms, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a single family home or a condo, okay? So this was the parameters that were given to me or you from our clients, all right? And now we're here and we wanna search for those things, okay? Now you can always go back to our client and ask for more specific information. I think you should, by the way. That's not really enough to get them exactly what they want. It's always good to ask as many questions as possible, even down to the flooring. Is carpet a deal breaker? You might want to ask, is carpet a deal breaker, right? And when you're looking at these listings that come up in the results, take a look at the pictures, see if there's carpet. If there is, don't show the property because you're going to be wasting your time if you already know that that is a deal breaker for the client, okay? So that's just a little tip from me, okay? So we are on this page here and we're going to search for our client. We have active checked off. We're going to scroll down. All right, we're going to go here to City, Hollywood, right? Click Hollywood. We're looking for a minimum of 2 bedrooms. You see here, I go all the way on the right-hand side to bedrooms. So 2 plus, and then full bathrooms, 2 plus. Now let's go back on the left-hand side for a second, okay? Because this is very important. Some people, even when they're renting, they'll say, I only want to rent in a condo, or I only want to rent in a single family home. Okay, so you're going to come over here to type of property and you're going to click apartment, or you're going to click single, okay? Or you might click townhouse, okay? So these are just different options for the types of properties that certain people might want to actually be renting in, okay? But we actually have no preference in our current example with our current client. So I'm going to uncheck this, okay? So right now we have Hollywood typed in. We have 2 plus bedrooms, 2 plus bathrooms. And we know that our budget, we're looking between $2,800 to $3,000. Okay, sometimes you can actually search a little bit on maybe an extra $100 or $2 on top of your client's maximum budget, maybe in the hopes that the landlord or the owner might be negotiable in their rental terms. Okay, so right now we're searching from $2,800 to $3,000. You can see down here that we have 4 matches. We're going to check out the results, but before we do, I want to go over a few other useful search criteria boxes here on this page, right? Don't forget, we typed in Hollywood down here, but we didn't have to do that. We could have searched by zip code up here where my mouse is, okay? So you could type in zip code. If you know, Hollywood has a few different zip codes. So if you know they want to be in West Hollywood or East Hollywood, you could search those specific zip codes. All right, and get more specific with it. What else is here that I can help you guys with? Again, like in the other search, like in the other video that we did here, there's the Waterfront tab, all right, that you can search for waterfront properties, all right, which we're not going to do right now. And there's the Pool tab. You can search for properties with a pool or specifically without a pool. Okay, but we're going to leave that alone right now. All right, now we're going to come down here and we are going to go to our additional fields that I've added, okay? Now, just a reminder, if you want to add additional fields, you're going to click this button here, the add remove, and these are all the additional fields that you can use to search, okay? They just don't come on the default search page, okay? But you can add them in yourself and customize your own page, which I've already done. You can see, if I go back here, that I've already added a whole bunch of more search criteria to my rental search page, all right? I can search by elementary school even, you know, if they have a specific elementary school that they want their kid to go to. Now, another thing to keep in mind, guys, is that we are relying on the realtor, the listing agents who put this information in to have put it in properly. And I can't say that I personally rely that hard on that, because in my experience, most listing agents really don't put the information in properly. So something like the elementary school thing, I personally wouldn't use. I would rather just go to the zip code and make myself familiar with what areas have what elementary schools, okay? But these are just useful things to search by. I mean, it's really, really helpful, all right? So, you know, sometimes in rentals, in certain areas, especially Hollywood, there might be a lot of buildings that are 55 and older, okay? So if you have a client who's not 55 or older, okay, that's not gonna work for them. So you don't wanna search and then have properties come up that are 55 and older, and then you accidentally end up showing them a property that's 55 and older, and then what happened? You wasted your time, and your time is your most precious asset, okay? Let's not forget that. So we're gonna go here, HOPA, that means Housing for Older Persons Act, okay? We're gonna click no HOPA in our situation, all right? Because our client is under 55. Now, if we had, on the contrary, a client who was over 55 and specifically requested that, okay, we would just click verified. That means, yes, it's verified. It is a 55 and older community, okay? And unverified means that they just don't know. All right, and that does happen. Another very useful thing, if we can go up a little bit here, to Furnished Info. All right, some of your clients might have their own furniture, all right, or some of their clients might not have their own furniture and they want their rental to come furnished so they don't have to go out and buy their own furniture. All right, in that case, you would add the field Furnished Info to your search criteria like I have done, all right, and you would click Furnished, if that's what our client wanted. All right, if they wanted beds and whatever, all the furnishings, you would click Furnished. All right, if you want it specifically, and you can probably expect that to cost a little bit more, right? Because it's not just a house, it's gonna come with all the furniture stuff. So a lot of the times they'll say, no, we have our own furniture. We specifically want it unfurnished, okay? We don't want that person's furniture. That's not cool with us. We want our own furniture. For whatever the reason is, you're gonna come down here and you're gonna click unfurnished, all right? Now there's a few other options here. Furniture for sale. I don't usually click that unless I have a client who's interested in, you know, purchasing furniture. So I don't see how that could be so helpful. And something that I also like to include, if I have a client who wants unfurnished, it kind of just helps open up your options. If you also click partially furnished, that sometimes you'll find partially furnished would be acceptable because they'll have some TVs or a few things, but not like beds. Okay, and that's a big thing to a lot of clients. Okay, a lot of people want their own bed if they're requesting unfurnished. All right, so that's what we're gonna do for this example. We're gonna leave it partially furnished and also click unfurnished. All right, so you can see that 2 matches come up here in our example when we do that. And I'm actually gonna unclick this furnished information here just for the purposes of this example. We're gonna go down to pets allowed. That's a big thing. A lot of people have pets. Some buildings don't allow pets. Some landlords don't allow pets. And in that situation, you would click yes, pet. You have a pet. Let's not waste our time looking at places that don't allow pets. All right, so very important that you want to click off that option there. Okay, especially if they have a pet. And a little bit more, I don't know if I always trust the input information on the page, on the listing, but you do have the pet description. Sometimes if you have, there'll be a maximum of 20 pounds restriction. They'll allow a pet, but no pets over 20 pounds. Okay, so you'll click something like maximum 20 pounds if you have a dog under 20 pounds and you're looking for places that allow dogs up to 20 pounds. All right. And on the contrary, if you have a dog that's over 20 pounds, you'll want to click this one so you know that the place that you're looking at accepts dogs over 20 pounds. All right, guys, so just to unclick this, you can see that there was 2 results with all of our search criteria, which, by the way, I did not include any furnished information. I did not include any, I did put pets allowed. Yeah, so we'll undo that just to, in our hypothetical here, we're going to say that our client does not have a pet, okay? And here you can see up here, 4 matches. Let's click results. Look at this. 4 nice results that you can send to your client for them to take a look at, and hopefully they'll say, hey, I love what you sent me and I want to rent one of those properties. Okay, so like we're here on our search page, and one thing that I do want to show is that sometimes you'll have a client who will just be a short-term client. Maybe they're just looking to rent for a few months. All right, but a lot of people who are listing on MLS will only accept a yearly lease. All right, so how do we weed out those properties, those listings that will accept a month-to-month lease, or maybe a short-term 6-month lease? Okay. We're going to go down here and we are going to put in minimum lease period. Okay. So if we know that we have 6 months, that's 180 days. So we just put minimum lease period 180. Okay. And you can see we even have 1 match. Okay. Out of 4 matches that were there, now we only have 1 match. Just goes to show you that most people who list their properties on MLS are really looking to get themselves a tenant for at least a 1-year lease. Okay, but it's not always. Sometimes you will find those people who are willing to lease their property for less than 1 year. Okay, so in order to look for those people, you're going to come down here like I did and type in the minimum lease period that you're looking for. Okay, if you're looking for 3 months, that would be 90 days. Okay, so you just do the math, guys. All right, so let's go to our results. Now we have 1 result. And here it is, 3001 South Ocean Drive, Unit 1243. It's for $2,900 a month. It does come furnished. It's a 2-2. There's 1,170 square feet. Let's go ahead and send it to our client. All right. So we're going to click it right on this little checkbox here. And then we're going to go to email. All right. We're going to go to email. And I'm going to go ahead and email it to myself, adamsaprasky@gmail.com. Please don't email me. Put a nice little subject, Hollywood rental option, and write a nice little email. Dear Adam, ... Put your personal touch on it, however it is you speak, and click send. All right, and that's it. All right, guys, so this is how you search for rentals. It's not rocket science, people. All right, it might be a little overwhelming at first. You may have just gotten your license, okay? But don't freak out, all right? You're gonna make some money here. All you gotta do is put in the work, all right? Put in the effort, all right? And you'll succeed. Once again, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you watching this video. If you have any requests or any comments, please leave it below. I'll do my best to get to any videos that you guys want me to. Just let me know. And shout out to all my Cardinal agents, 90 agents strong, Cardinal Realty Group. Join us today.